back to another episode of the Blue Honor Vlog. I'm Kay Williams, author of Blue Honor, Op Deck, Operation Deceit, and the Trilogia trilogy. It's March. Wow, 3 months into the year already. That's 1 quarter down. Yipes. Holy cow. Everything just seems to be going so much faster. But what's special about March for me is this guy. So, see if I can get him to sit up. That's Fionn Shagbottom. Yes, it is. Come on, sit up, buddy. His birthday is this month. So, he is the dog that I adopted after Sadie passed away from cancer suddenly last April. And it was really hard coming to terms with that. And just finding peace afterwards. A lot of people are like, oh no, you need to wait, or oh no, you need to like jump right back in. But as you can see, in July I found this wonderful rescue pup who needed a home, and he was located in Tennessee, and I used petfinder.com actually to find him, because my local rescues were a little bit few and far between with what they had, and some of them were actually pretty, for lack of a better word, obnoxious about the adoption process with me, because I have my daughter, who at the time was just turning a year old, and I've had dogs my entire life. My grandfather raised Shelties, Collies, and German Shepherds. I don't think there was others. But I've had Dobermans, Shelties, and Golden Labs, and a Lhasa Apso, and one Jack Russell. My Jack Russell was special needs. I had him for 13 years before he passed away from lymphoma. And I've advocated for a long time about adopt, don't shop. So I really wanted to adopt. I really wanted to rescue, now that I had this spot in my home and a big vacancy in my heart that I needed to fill, because I really missed her, and life was kind of sucking without having a dog, and I wasn't really moving past her. You know, sometimes you stagnate a little bit because you're mourning, and I really, really, really cared about Sadie, and it was tough. It was tough losing her so suddenly, and unlike Max, who had long-term issues with cerebellar hypoplasia, and then he had the lymphoma, which took, they were able to give me about 30 days once it was diagnosed with him, before he was so sick. I mean, his lymph nodes in his neck were like hard-boiled eggs. So he was really bad off. Unfortunately, there's no real outward signs with them. You know, he was 13, so he was slowing down and sleepy and stuff, but he was fine. He was great up until I found those little nods on there, and took him to the vet, and they aspirated, and they're like, I'm sorry, and it was very quick progressing, which was terrible. And for Sadie, again, there was only lethargy, and she was 8 years old, so I assumed that she was slowing down. She had a lot of apartment time. I figured she was being quiet because I had the baby, and she's very good at training, so I was trying to keep her from jumping and other things. And as you can see, this guy, grab his toy, he's still biting. Yes, he's still trying to bite people's hands as play. He doesn't bite hard, but he does need to learn that he doesn't play with his teeth with people, because some people do not like that, and he could hurt people accidentally. Of course, there's not a mean bone in this guy's body. He is a complete peach. He's been an absolute treasure. With my daughter, he is so forgiving about everything. You know, she's learning too about what you can and cannot do with a dog, and what's appropriate behavior for playing, etc. But this month is this guy's birthday. It's his first year with me. So as of July, that'll be our first year anniversary, but this is his first birthday on St. Paddy's Day, which is why he's Séamus Fionnagáin Murchadh. So I know that the Golden Retriever breed is Scottish, and the Labrador is Labrador from the islands up in Canada. So Scottish Canadian is the mix. But I named him Séamus Fionnagáin Murchadh for his birthday, and of course he had to have the 3 names because you think of Irish Catholic and you think of the names. So he gets called Fionnagáin Murchadh quite a bit when he's being bad, chasing cats or roughhousing too much, which he's very young, so he does do that. He's been wonderful. This is a really great breed as far as training. Compared to the Jack Russell, he does it within the matter of like 15 minutes, and I mean that literally. It's like, I don't know if it's because I have so much experience having raised dogs that I know what I'm doing, and it's just pretty much, you know, knowing how to give the treats, etc., and work with that with them. But piece of cake, just like Sadie. She was an absolute peach as well, and totally missed. But Pet Finder is a great resource because you can put in your breed once you've researched a breed. If you have never had dogs, I definitely recommend researching the breed as much as possible, and if you can, spending time with someone's dog. You know, hopefully you have a friend who has a similar dog. Just get to know them a little bit better. You know, there's lots of people here actually on YouTube who have pets who love to share them and tell you all about them, even the bad stuff. Like, you know, I mean, dogs can be really gross. They lick their butts, you know. And some people are like, whoa, wait a minute. I've read stuff where people keep baby wipes by the door so they can clean up their pup after they come in from using the lawn, which I think is a bit excessive. But if you've had dogs as long as I have, you also know the reasons behind that is that, you know, they come and they sit down on your lap and they haven't cleaned themselves off, and there you go, right? Ugh, who wants that on them? You know, so they can be pretty gross. They track through it also, so it's good to have something there to wipe them off with their paws if you've seen that they've stepped in something nasty. And you know, just generally, you know, you can keep them clean real easy as long as your house is clean too. Make sure that the blankets and stuff that you give them, if you give them their own bed, are cleaned regularly, and you brush them. That should keep their fur clean. I don't have to bathe him more than every couple of months, to be honest, and his shedding is actually a lot less than Sadie's so far. We'll see, you know, as he ages. But he's a good boy. He's a good lad, as I tell him. So I'm very thankful to Dawn at Gibson County, Friends of Gibson County in the rescue there, who helped get him to me, and Dawn, who fostered him in the meantime, and so thankful to have him. And happy birthday, Finnegan. Thanks, bye.